guys, this is Kiara Holt here from Hoodies and Heels. We are shooting the first segment of the Who Is She series. I have the amazing Cathy Zhang coming up. She's an amazing senior product manager working with Spring. We have so many good things in stores for you, so stay tuned for more. The world that we in now is 2018, like we need to be coming together, and that's what Who Is She is about. You know, it's Women's History Month. We need to be helping each other because when we come together, we can do so many amazing things, and I think that we forget that. So, you know, embracing that positivity is something that's so important.
As women, we can help each other succeed. It is not a zero-sum game in which like you or me. Yeah. It is literally like there's enough room and enough money for everyone.
One of the things I loved reading on your site, I'm Outer Space, is that you definitely have, you insinuate through everyday woman, you have a 9-to-5 and you also have a hustle, and you're not afraid to show that. So women, you know, just don't want to show like we do have real jobs and we do have to pay the bills and also have a side hustle. So I would love to know, how do you manage to balance all of that and still, you know, work in tech and then still do things that you love on the side?
So that's a really good question. I think one of the dangers of being a very ambitious woman in tech is that a lot of my friends, they tend to equate their self-worth with their title. So one thing that I try to keep in mind in terms of like just plain wellness and like how do I be a mentally well person working in this very high stress industry is what makes me happy and what makes me money, right? Those are two things that are ideally not at odds all the time, but I think having a high self, so having something that you're really passionate about, helps maintain some sort of sanity in your life when, especially during high stress times or like during times where like at work might not be, you know, doing so well. How do you then balance all of that negative energy with something that's really positive for your users?
Definitely. Now, as a senior PM, do you have a large team that you're in charge of? What would you say is like an ideal team to manage a amount of people?
So I think it depends on the organization and the needs of the team. Right now at Spring, I am leading a team effectively of like 6 to 8 devs at any given time, depending on what we're working on. I'm actually leading 2 teams. So I like to say I have 2 work wives, one of which is a man. Who cares? He's still my work wife. And I think that kind of structure means that it forces the product manager in question to really be rigorous about the choices they make, about why they made a decision, and essentially being held accountable for their team's performance. I think like being in a startup means that people don't really care what you wear to work as long as you can get your work done, right?
I completely agree.
The places that do care tend to be a little bit more buttoned up and a little bit more corporate. That being said, and I think people tend to push the boundaries of it a little bit too much. And one of the ways I think about the trade-offs of that is when you have a uniform, people know what to expect from you, but when you don't, there can be instances where you kind of definitely toe the line of unprofessionalism into like really weird areas of not wearing things that cover your butt, for example, when I was working for a startup.
That's one of the things. This is the point of the blog. You know, and I don't want to be like it's all about fashion, but it's also about understanding yourself and understanding professionalism. Startups are super laid back, but you still have to be professional in some way. Like I would see stockings and a t-shirt. Like,
exactly.
Girl, where are we going?
Right, like you're not at home in your PJs.
Exactly. It's about understanding professionalism at the same time.
It's respecting your coworkers, and I think at the same time making sure that they can kind of respect you.
Exactly. We're around guys, you know, so you have to be mindful. You can't wear a V-neck shirt. You can't wear a certain see-through shirt. If you wear something see-through, girl, wear a tank top underneath of it. You know, coming from like, I've worked at Glam Squad, I've been at startups, like you just have to understand like certain things are not okay, especially being around a male-dominated industry and your CEOs, CTOs, they're watching, you know?